Good morning, Western Washington, and happy Monday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast for the next few days, and we will see how much potential rain we could get later this week, or if we will not get any at all. So starting here with the satellite loop, you can see some high clouds moving toward Western Washington this morning. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds over the next few days, and there could be some low clouds and areas of fog around some of the valleys this morning as well. Now right here I have pulled up the temperatures and pressure map. So if you have a barometer or something similar in your house, you could probably tell that the pressure is pretty high right now. As you can see on these blue numbers here, you can see in Seattle 1030.5 millibars. So we have a ridge over the area right now, and that's what's contributing to these high temperatures or high pressures here. And you can see low temperatures this morning with that nice clear night we had. 37 down there at Joint Base Lewis McChord, and same in Arlington and Bellingham, and then across eastern Washington as well. Some areas actually below freezing there, like Ritzville, and it looks like Kennewick is near freezing at 34 degrees, and you can see down into the low 40s around Portland as well. So it was the coolest night of the season so far out there. So now let's take a look at the overall pattern. You can see that the ridge is building here, and as we go through Monday and Tuesday there, you can see by the time we get to Tuesday morning, that ridge has started to flatten out a little bit, but is dominating the weather across the west coast there from northern California all the way through southern Washington. And that starts to weaken on Wednesday, and then you can see we do have a little bit of troughing to our north there. But then as we go through Thursday, you can see a little bit more ridging will keep us dry on Thursday there, and then by the time we get to Friday, we will possibly get clipped by this area of troughing that's moving into British Columbia and could bring some rain to the area, though there is some model disagreement on that, and we'll talk about it in a moment. And then you can see as we go into next weekend how that huge ridging starts to rebuild here across the entire area, which would bring some pretty nice temperatures, possibly into the 70s going into next weekend. So now let's take a look at that precipitation. You can see this ridge across the area today. See those high pressure signals there. And you can see that system stays north there over Vancouver Island. And then as that ridge moves off tomorrow, the European model does show potential for some showers clipping parts of western Washington in the evening, mainly from Everett northward and in the Cascades, and a potential convergence zone on early Wednesday morning. And then you can see we do mostly dry out again on Wednesday and Thursday there, and then as we go into early Friday, you can see the European model brings a weak frontal system that will bring some rain to the area from Friday morning through early Saturday morning, though there is some disagreement on if that system will really bring rain to the area. And then as you can see, as we go into the weekend, we do start to dry out again with that big ridge building across the western U.S. So this is the European model showing total rain all the way through the end of this week. And you can see it does show a little bit of rain shadowing there across the lowlands there. So you can see from Everett down toward Olympia, only about a quarter inch of rain. From Everett northward to Bellingham, with that potential convergence zone signature right there, you can see those areas could get about 0.4 to 1 inch of rain there, but that is a little bit uncertain still. And then you can see a half an inch to over an inch in parts of the Cascades and the Olympics and on the north coast there. However, there's a lot of model disagreement on this, as I said earlier. So this is the national blend of models looking at the same time frame there all the way through the end of the week. And you can see it barely shows any rain at all for the entirety of western Washington. Only about a tenth of an inch near Blaine there is the highest amount we get. Most areas from Whatcom County southward get a few hundredths of an inch, so just a little bit of drizzle, and maybe up to 2/10 of an inch in the North Cascades there and in the Olympics, but otherwise nothing. So that just shows the disagreements that the European model shows rain for the whole area, and the national blend of models here shows barely any rain. So we will definitely keep an eye on this over the next couple of days, as this is really the only significant thing to take a look at over the next few days here. So now let's take a look at those temperatures today. You can see from Seattle northward will likely be in the low to mid 60s, and then from Seattle southward in the mid to upper 60s today, and then mid 60s on the coast. Tuesday, we do start to warm up more from Seattle south there, but from Seattle northward, it will be on the chilly side with highs in the low 60s from Seattle to Everett, and then from Everett northward, highs there in the upper 50s. That's due to some more cloud cover across the northern areas of western Washington. And then you can see from Seattle southward, it will be warm and mostly sunny with highs in the mid 60s to low 70s there, possibly some mid 70s south of Olympia, and then low to mid 60s on the coast. And then you can see on Wednesday we do cool down across the whole area with that potential system moving through, bringing some brief rain to the northern areas and in the mountains. And you can see it will cool down the entire area, though, with highs in the mid-60s from Seattle south and low 60s from Seattle north, and then low 60s on the coast. Start to rebound there on Thursday, with highs across the entire area back into the mid-60s, except some low 60s remain near the water there, and you can see maybe some low 70s from Chehalis southward on Thursday, and then low to mid-60s on the coast again. By the time we get to Friday, this is where that model disagreement starts to have a say in the temperatures there, as a national blend of models are showing temperatures on Friday in the mid to upper 60s from Seattle north and low to mid 70s from Seattle southward, and it shows the same thing on Saturday and Sunday. While this is also, remember, this is the model that is showing very little rain. So if that rain were to move through on Friday and Saturday like the European model shows, it would likely bring cooler temperatures than these 70s for most of the area. So we will have to watch these temperatures and that amount of rainfall over the next few days. So that is definitely what we'll be talking about there. And as you can see, taking a look at our low temperatures, there is still going to be a nice morning chill, not as cool as this morning, but you can see Tuesday morning lows in the mid-40s to low 50s in the metro areas there. And then you can see Wednesday morning we do cool down a little bit more, mid-40s for most of the area. And then by Thursday morning we're back down to another cool one there with lows in the low 40s for most of the areas, some upper 30s in the outlying areas there, and then in downtown Seattle they're in the mid-40s. And then you can see as we go toward Friday and Saturday and Sunday, with this model showing the potential for warmer temperatures with that ridging and less rain, it does show those low temperatures creeping back up to the upper 40s to low 50s. So just a lot to watch in terms of some of the models disagreeing with each other and how much rain and how high the temperatures could be over the next few days. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share these videos. It's the best way to help Western Washington weather grow. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.